nightmare beneath. The fog rolled in heavy and unnatural for a March night, blanketing the neighborhood with an oppressive stillness. Adeline lay in bed, staring into the darkness, wide awake. The usual chorus of sounds, a distant car passing, the soft chatter of people talking under the moonlight, was absent. Instead, the air carried a stagnant, metallic scent, as though rusted iron had bled into the walls. Every breath tasted faintly of decay. She shifted uneasily, feeling the weight of something unexplainable pressing down on her chest. Her room was shrouded in silence, broken only by her own shallow breathing. She was frozen, caught in that strange, drifting place between sleep and wakefulness, a place where dreams felt too real, and nightmares blurred into waking life. Then it came. A dream. A nightmare. She couldn't remember, only that it left a creeping terror pulsing under her skin, and though she couldn't recall the details, the fear lingered, boiling around her. Driven by some lingering instinct, she peered over the edge of her bed and looked beneath it, dreading what she might see. Nothing. Relieved but still restless, she stumbled to her parents' bedroom. She shook her mother awake, her voice trembling. "Mom, I had a bad dream." Her mother's face softened, the irritation dissolving as she pulled her daughter close. "What was it about?" she murmured, running a soothing hand down Adeline's back. Adeline hesitated. The dream was slipping further away, but one thought clung to her, like a splinter in her mind. It took your skin, Mom." For a brief moment, her mother's face grew tense, the blood evaporating from her gaze. Her expression stilled, eyes dull and dark as though haunted by something she didn't want to remember. "Come on, honey," she said in a flat tone that seemed foreign, her voice devoid of its usual softness. "Let's get you back to bed." She led Adeline down the hall, her footsteps too smooth, almost gliding. Shadows stretched down the walls in strange, jagged shapes as they passed, slippering in ways that the dim light couldn't explain. Adeline shivered, but said nothing. When they reached her room, her mother paused at the door. "Come on, sweetheart. Get into bed. I'll stay until you fall asleep." But something didn't feel right. Not still, taller look in her mother's eyes, the mechanical smoothness of her movements. It wasn't her mother. Adeline's heart pounded as memories of her dream flowed back into her mind. She backed away from her mother, her gaze darting around the room, looking for something, anything, that felt real. "Good night, Adeline," her mother said, though her voice was different, a strange pitch, too high, almost mocking. The same words, yet hollow, like an echo that didn't belong in the warmth of her mother's voice. Before she could stop herself, Adeline looked under her bed. In the darkness beneath, she saw her mother lying there, eyes wide, mouth frozen in a silent scream. The real horror dawned on her. The figure beside her was not her mother. It was something else, a skin stealer, a creature that wore her mother's face like a mask. The skin stealer smiled, lips pulling back too far, revealing teeth that gleamed too white in the darkness. It leaned close, his voice cold and whispering in her ear, "Good night, Adeline." As she pulled herself onto the bed, feeling the warmth of her own skin, she was overcome by an urge that wasn't her own. The urge to look beneath the bed again, to hide in the shadows, waiting for someone else to wake up, someone with skin as warm and human as her own had once been.